simple as an autumn jamboree.
You lose your owner, buddy? Okay, then. Let's stick together. Hey. How you doing, buddy? Would you like to?
As you wish, Mum.
Damn it! My leg's hit. This is the only vault I know that people still call home. Kind of weird that they still want to stay out here all by themselves.
Hold it right there. Vault 81 security. I don't know where you got your hands on a working Pip-Boy, but you better start talking.
Vault 81? You're still up and running?
Yeah. Pretty good observation there, genius. Now about that Pip-Boy.
Why are you asking about my Pip-Boy?
We get plenty of scavengers and traders passing by the entrance. Everybody wants to get at the shiny red button. But you're the first one to try it with a working Pip-Boy. Now where'd you get it?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Keep it up and you're never getting in here. Come back when you're ready to cooperate. Vault 81 security. Ready to explain that Pip-Boy?
Just open the damn door.
I don't think so. Come back when you learn some manners. Vault 81 security. Ready to explain that Pip-Boy?
I got it in Vault 111.
Vault 111? Haven't heard of that one yet. And what sort of business are you looking to take care of here in 81?
What's with the third degree?
It's called protocol. Think we just let anyone in here? Think again.
Who is it, Edwards?
Ma'am, some new Commonwealth traveler. Not one of our usual traders.
Well, if someone wants in, they can earn it like everyone else. Let me speak to them. Sorry about that. Officer Edwards here was just doing his job. I'm sure you can understand our need for caution. For newcomers, we like to operate on exchange. You help us, we help you.
But I'm a fellow vault dweller. Can't you just let me in?
Excuse me, ma'am. Before you arrived, she did say she was from Vault 111, and she's in possession of a working Pip-Boy.
Is that so? I'm going to allow it. Edwards, open the door and make the announcement. Officer Edwards and I will meet you at the entrance.
Come on, Gwen. My guys have been working doubles for weeks now. They need a break.
Everyone's working hard right now, Cal. You think I don't know that? Just do the
Quit
best.
shining those lights in me
That's
face.
all I'm asking.
Fine, I'll see what I can do. But you and I both know we can't keep going on like this.
Sorry about that. As you'll soon see, we have a few maintenance projects underway. Gwen McNamara, Overseer. Welcome to Vault 81. We've never encountered a fellow Vault Dweller. Is this Vault 111 you mentioned still operational?
Have you ever seen any other vault dwellers?
You're the first. In all our time here, not a single traveler from another vault. Here, we pride ourselves on having maintained a successful vault over these past 2 centuries. We'd like to be completely self-sufficient, but there are certain resources we can't provide ourselves.
Why do you keep yourselves so isolated?
Why not? We have warm beds, clean clothes, a solid roof over our heads. Our food and water are radiation-free. We don't deal with the elements or raiders. We're safe here. And for some, that safety and stability is what counts.
Aren't you curious about the Commonwealth and what it has to offer?
Of course. But my duty is to these people and keeping them safe. We receive a few select traders often enough to stay well informed. Now, I have work to do. Most everyone here is very friendly with Commonwealth visitors. Although that power armor may make a few people nervous. If you need anything else, I'll be in my office.
I got 2 words on what I expect out of you. Best behavior.
Hey,
Now that you made it in, we'll be keeping an eye on you. So do us all a favor and behave yourself.
excuse me.
Another outsider? What'd they let you in for?
What's with the attitude?
I don't trust outsiders. We didn't need your help before, we don't need it now. The Overseer never should have opened up the vault to your kind.
What do you have against outsiders?
All outsiders do is take advantage of you. You're nothing but selfish animals.
How do you know? Did something happen?
Yeah, you could say that. I met a girl from the outside. Said she was going to take me away from all this. I gave her all my money so she could find us a place to live out there. I don't hear from her in months, till a passing trader mentioned she saw her with some man in Diamond City. You outsiders are nothing but liars, only looking out for yourselves. Don't you have someone else you can bother?
Power armor? There's something you don't see every day. Don't say anything, but man, I'd love to be out there.
If you want to leave, why don't you just go?
Wish it was that easy. It's scary leaving the vault. And the Commonwealth? It's all so unpredictable.
It takes some preparation. I'd learn how to use a gun, and be ready to use it before I went out there.
I've never even touched a gun. Now, I can't even say if our security has seen any real combat. But with the hours we're working these days, I'm not even sure where I'd find the time to practice.
Why the long hours?
We're just making sure this roof over our heads doesn't cave in on us. They say it's all the moving parts that have us working round the clock these days. Structurally, I guess 81 is still pretty sound. Vault Tech sure knew what they were doing when they set these places up. Well, I don't want to keep you, and I gotta get back to work. Maybe I'll see you around.
Hey lady, are you really from the Commonwealth?
Yeah. Why do you want to know?
I never met anybody from the Commonwealth before. I thought maybe you might want someone to show you around. Just 5 caps.
How did you know I was here?
Gran says I have a knack for finding stuff out that I'm not supposed to. Actually, she ain't my Gran. She's just Priscilla. But she acts like my Gran. When my mom and dad died, she took me in. Anyways, do you want me to show you around or not?
Our Commonwealth guest, welcome to the depot. And pardon the clutter, I don't get much time to tidy up these days.
No time? Why not?
Ugh, where to begin? When you're dealing with items that are all over 200 years old, work just accumulates like crazy. Some days it's all I can do to keep my head above water. But you probably don't want to hear about all that. Let me know if you want to take a look.
Do you run this place by yourself?
Well, there's my husband Holt, but once you need him, he's nowhere to be found. I swear the cat is more help than he is.
Why do you say that?
I really shouldn't get into it.
Why not? It's good to talk about things.
Well, I just hate to dump all my problems on someone I just met. I'm sure compared to the Commonwealth, marital issues are so trivial.
That's okay. You don't have to talk about it.
Thanks, I never should have brought it up. But back to business. Anything I can help you with?
I'll think about it.
Most of this stuff isn't going anywhere anytime soon, so take your time.
Hey.
Looking for something? I have more stuff than I know what to do with.
Some of our residents aren't as thrilled about outsiders as most, so please, don't think they speak for all of us.
Overseer.
Take time to look around. You'll have the full run of the place. Have you been down to medical to see Dr. Forsyth yet? He told me he's very interested in meeting you.
I heard that a group of soldiers...
Hello, Overseer?
If you haven't already, you should stop by the classroom. Katie would love to have you speak to her students. Still got that power armor on? Honestly, there's no need for it here.
Who's Gwen?
Oh, Gwen's the overseer, but I could never get used to calling her that. I've known that girl since she was in diapers. If you need any food for the road, or just feeling hungry, you let me know. Our menu isn't quite as exotic as the Commonwealth, but it'll do in a pinch.
Do you run this place by yourself?
Heavens no, I'd be a wreck. My husband, Mark, he helps me, though mostly with the tasting.
If anyone's family has recently been butchered,
Is it hard work feeding everyone here?
It used to be easier. Back when I was young, we had more supplies than we could count. Why, my mother taught me some recipes that had ingredients that... well, I doubt you could find them anywhere anymore. Since we started trading, we managed well enough, but the variety... let's just say it's more than a bit lacking.
Have you ever thought about leaving the vault?
Never. Can you imagine? Born and raised right here in Vault 81. It was easier back then, you know. Supplies were high, and the dangers outside were both severe and unknown. Poor Gwen didn't know what she was getting into when she accepted the role of overseer.
How is Gwen doing as the overseer?
It weighs on her, I can tell. We need help from the Commonwealth, but a few people, they don't care for it. Not to mention the state of the vault. Upkeep's got people working round the clock these days. Even me. If people are going to be up all night working, they'll need a good meal to keep them going.
I'll think about it.
Sunshine Diner will still be here when you're ready.
So, this radio station. Here.
Hey,
I can't seem to get the potatoes right. Very little discoloration. Strong cellular plant structure. Oh dear, I seem to have misplaced one of my instruments. Now, where could it be? I'll have to see how it holds up to exposure.
Dr. Pensky.
Ah, you'll do perfectly. I'm in need of a willing test subject to try this new strain of fruit I've created.
Why?
It's a new strain of mute fruit that I just developed. It should be nutritious and remove radiation poisoning. But I need a test subject to try it.
Why don't you just tell me about yourself?
Me? I'm the vault biologist and hydroponic gardener. Everything you see here, I grew, including this new fruit I just developed. But I need someone to test it. Sure I can't talk you into trying it?
Is it dangerous?
Well, everything has its risks, I suppose, but that's what the medical center is for.
Why don't you try it yourself? For science.
No. A scientist must be a dispassionate observer. Besides, what if it kills me? I'd rather you tried it.
No way. I'm not gonna be your guinea pig.
Guinea pig? What's a guinea pig? Well, if you won't try it, perhaps you can help out in another capacity. You see, I need these plants to conduct my studies, and they take some special nourishment, especially the carrots. If you could keep an eye out for fertilizer while you're out in the Commonwealth, I'll be more than happy to compensate you for your efforts.
How much are you paying?
I'll give you 25 caps, non-negotiable. I know how you outsiders enjoy your bartering, but I've never been any good at it.
Maybe. We'll see.
Well, keep an eye out. I can always use more, so if you happen to return with a bag or two, I'll be more than happy to buy them.
I don't mind hoofing it as long as there's some excitement at the end of the road.
Whoa! A real live Commonwealth person! You dress funny.
Hi.
Oh, you're that new traveler. You must have had so many adventures out in the Commonwealth.
Is it boring here in the vault?
No, I love teaching these kids. But it's not the same as fighting to survive. Would you mind talking to my class about life in the Commonwealth?
What types of stories are you looking for?
Nothing too violent. I'm sure they'll have lots of questions, though. Thank you so much.
Someday,
wish my mom and dad wouldn't fight so much.
If my gran lets me.
Katie.
Would you like to tell the students one of your stories now?
What topics should I avoid?
Nothing with excessive violence. And I'm sure they'll have lots of questions.
If you want, they aren't that interesting.
Stop being modest. The kids are so excited to hear your stories. Children, listen up. We have a guest today who is going to tell us stories about the Commonwealth.
Did you ever fight a Deathclaw?
How do you know about Deathclaws?
I hear stuff. Gran heard something about them from a Commonwealth guy.
Deathclaws are very dangerous. Huh. It was a tough fight.
How did you beat it?
Wouldn't you rather hear about when I fought mole rats?
Not really. My dad says mole rats are just nuisances.
I was shot up pretty bad by the raiders that had my friend Preston trapped.
But you were still able to rescue him, right?
This story isn't too scary, is it?
We're not babies. What happened next?
We were all scared. More raiders showed up. Preston said I should use the power armor.
Boy, I'd love to find some power armor.
Has the vault ever had problems with raiders?
They don't bother us. They can't get in if we don't want them to.
When the Deathclaw crawled out, Preston was ready with his laser musket.
I bet you were glad he was there.
Preston and I kept shooting until it was dead.
I bet that took lots of bullets.
Thank you so much for that story. Children, say thank you.
Thank you.
And we have a thank you gift for you. Here.
Gran's on the bottomless pit when it comes to food.
Talk to my mom if you want something fixed.
Welcome, welcome. I hope I'm not being presumptuous, but I'd like to ask you a favor. Would you mind donating some medical samples, even just a blood sample?
Why do you need medical samples?
It's for my research. The people of Vault 81 have been genetically isolated from the Commonwealth for many generations. I'm trying to determine what the genetic variation is between the two populations.
Am I for some caps?
All right. The Overseer did give me a few caps for this. How does 50 caps sound?
That hardly seems enough.
I suppose I can use the rest of my allotment. I can give you 100 caps.
Sure. You can have some blood.
Excellent. Just have a seat, and I'll draw some blood. Sit there. This'll only take a sec. There. Hardly hurt a bit, eh? Here are the caps I promised you. Thank you. This will be a great help. Now, I need to get these prepared immediately.
Oh, sure. And what am I supposed to wear?
Never had an incident on my watch, and I don't want to start today. If you think you might be able to lend a hand,
Dr. Forsyth and Rachel have plenty of medical supplies to get you stocked up.
What exactly do you think I'm expecting in return?
Who knows? Doing your laundry, taking a bullet for you, hauling your gear. What's the difference? I don't think I'm getting through to you. Let me explain what I mean, then maybe you'll understand where I'm coming from. I spent 3 years living at the combat zone. Smelled like puke and piss, but I called it home. I was making a few caps, had me own bed to sleep in, and 3 hot meals a day. Then the raiders took over the place. You know that lot. They aren't exactly what you'd call the gentle type. After they moved in, if you didn't keep looking over your shoulder, you were liable to get sucker punched or robbed. Or worse. Didn't take me long to learn that I had to put my hard-earned caps to good use. Buying friends was essential to making life easy. So, I guess I'm waiting for you to hand me a bill. You know what I mean?
Why are you so paranoid about debts?
I really don't want to talk about it. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll think of something I can do to repay you. I'm not a rich girl, but I'm sure we can agree on something. After all, what are friends for? You got a second? I got something I want to say to you.
Is it important?
Yeah, I'd say it is. Got a lot to do with our little partnership. What do you think?
Go on.
I'm not sure how to put this. We've been on the road together for a while. And we've taken some hard knocks. But through all that crap, I notice you've always been sticking by me. You know, watching me back and making sure I don't do anything stupid. I think maybe it's time to tell you a little bit about who you're traveling with. There's no reason for us to keep acting like we're strangers.
I appreciate your trust.
Well, you're the first to earn it. It all starts with 2 wastes of humanity I suppose you could call me parents. I'm convinced I was a mistake, because I can't remember a single moment that they treated me like their daughter. I was yelled at and beaten. Everything I did was wrong. Nothing but a nuisance in their eyes. The whole time I was telling myself that they had to love me, even if it was just the tiniest bit, because they never kicked me out. Then me 18th birthday arrived, and I found out why they kept me around. They slapped a shock collar around me neck and sold me to slavers. They didn't even care enough about me to say goodbye. 18 years of suffering through that shite, and all I was worth to them was a pocket full of caps.
Why didn't you run away?
I tried. Twice. The first time I did it, they locked me in a shed outside of the house we lived in. The second time, they broke one of my legs.
This is making me uncomfortable.
Look, I know this is tough for you to listen to, but let me finish. It would be easy to blame me charming personality on me parents, but they didn't make me this way. I did. I was with those slavers for 5 years. Roughest 5 of me goddamn life. The things they made me do. The way they used me for their amusement. It sickens me to me stomach even thinking about it. But I bided me time and learned to use their own methods against them. Stealing a few caps out of a sleeping man's pocket is a piece of cake. As long as you don't get greedy.
I don't know how you survived.
That makes two of us. It took every ounce of patience I had. But after 5 years, I had finally pocketed enough to buy me own way out of there. But instead of heading off to try and repair the shambles of me life, I gave in to me rage and I headed home. You can imagine the look on me parents' faces when I kicked open their door. What you can't imagine is what they looked like after. After I emptied me gun into them.
You did what you had to do.
Did I? When I close me eyes, all I can see is their faces twisted with fear. And then my mind starts wandering and I start judging myself. And it's ripping me the fuck apart. You'd think I inject myself with all that shite and drink myself drunk because I'm a tough Irish girl. I do it so I can forget and move on with my miserable life. So there you are. The entire flawed package known as Cait, stripped bare for your perusal.
Hey, I'm proud of you.
I knew I was taking a chance telling you all this, but I never expected you to say you were proud of me. I think I needed to hear that from you. Thank you.
I'm always here for you, Cait. There's nothing you could say that would ever change that.
Oh, well, that's not what I expected you to say. Sorry. I didn't realize you cared that much about me. And here I thought I was being stupid, bothering you with me problems. It feels good to know if I need you, you'll be there for me. And I'll always be there for you, too. I never thought I'd be saying this, but I really need your help.
What's the matter, Cait?
Everything is the matter. We're friends now, which means I can trust you with anything. I'm also hoping it means you've got me back, because I need it now more than ever. I'm sick. And I don't think I can hide it from you anymore.
Well, tell me what it is already.
I told you this was hard for me, okay? I'm scared. I'm scared that you'll hear the truth and that I'll lose you as a friend. God, I'm making a hell of a mess of this. I didn't think it would be so tough.
You'll never lose me as a friend, no matter what you say.
Damn you for being so nice to me. I started this, so I suppose I need to finish it. Ever since I left home, I've been using Psycho. I don't know why I'm still taking that crap, but I can't stop. And believe me, I've tried. I can't even go a day without it anymore, and I'm fucking sick and tired of it. I've even been doing it behind your back. Sneaking doses when I think you aren't looking. Worst of all, it's been making me sick. I've been spitting blood and I don't feel right inside. I need to get this shite out of me system before I wind up dead.
Can your psycho addiction be cured?
Normally a wasteland doc could handle it, but I've been using the stuff so damn long they can't help me anymore. There's only one other way I know, but it's not gonna be easy. There's supposed to be a vault somewhere out here, a place called Vault 95. I've heard that Vault Tech used it for some kind of social experiment. Stuck a bunch of junkies inside to poke and prod. Well, they supposedly had some special method to clean up those blokes in there. Some kind of a machine or something. If we could get inside, maybe that machine could help me.
Do you know where we could find Vault 95?
Not really, no. All I know is it's supposed to be somewhere in the southwestern part of the Commonwealth. Look, I don't want you to think I'm some kind of low-life junkie. A stupid girl who's harming herself for no good reason. From one friend to another. All I'm asking is for your help. When you're ready, Take me out to Vault 95 and help me put an end to me pain.
Hey.
Sure. Just keep your shirt on. What's the matter?
Your thoughts?
Next person that asked me to shag is getting a well-placed kick, if you get my meaning.
How do you feel about us?
You know where you're headed, and you've got me back. That's the kind of person I like to be with.
How do you feel about us?
You and me versus the Commonwealth. I'd say those are damn good odds in our favor.
What are your thoughts on our relationship?
You're the kind of person I can depend on. There aren't many people lucky enough to know someone like that.
How do you think things are between us?
We're doing pretty good, I'd say. And in this shithole we call a world, that's really saying something.
How do you feel about us?
Things are going great, and they keep getting better. I hope it lasts. This better be worth our time. Hey, you might want to check this stuff out.
Hey.
What you need? I'm gonna be jumping at the goddamn shadows next.
Excuse me.
Can't wait to get out of this goddamn heat. Can I help?
Your thoughts?
Been too long since I picked a fight.
Didn't have anything else.
Sure. Sure. And what am I supposed to wear?